So the Future Hospital Think Tank was convened really from a request or a point of inspiration from colleagues at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital, who have been developing an innovative range of approaches to transform the hospital environment for everyone, patients, staff, families. And we're interested to bring a group of people around the table to think more deeply and widely about what is the future hospital, what could it be? So it was really about thinking about the virtual aspects of that in terms of technology, the physical aspects in terms of building, landscape, environment, and the human aspects of that, what's needed to create the future hospital that we'd all love to be in.
So we've had a fantastic opportunity to bring together 16 leading people from around the UK to come down and look at a theme of work which we're looking at, which is around the future hospital. So that's an initiative that we launched in June. It's going to be a programme of work that we're looking at over the next 3 years. So over the last 24 hours, we've been kind of distilling and looking at different strands of that work and how we can take that forward. The time away from work, the time away from London, being at Snape, which, you know, the way that the leaves move on the trees or the air, just the environment and the opportunities that that's thrown out.
Probably the topic that's got me most interested is the whole question of evidence-based. So as we try and think about what interventions, what design environment we might want to have in the future hospital, how do we actually show what makes a difference? And having people in the room who know about everything from how the kind of science of the body works to neuroscience and what's the latest in scanning technology through to people with real experience of the built environment has been amazing.
I think what's come out for me is how big the challenge is to widen that circle of understanding, communicate the things that we understand and believe, and to create real momentum behind the sorts of things that we're trying to achieve.
Technology should enable us to be doctors, to be nurses, you know, and be able to communicate. And instead of us being behind a desk or trying to gather information to make a diagnosis, we should use the technology to prompt us and to gather the information so we can make decisions and move on. I think that is the key, communication.
This idea of the building as enabling and enhancing is a really nice theme. We see this permeating real estate across all sectors. The idea that in a difficult world, the building somehow is there to support you, which is probably going back to what architecture was designed for in the first place rather than vanity projects. So it's nice to see that being considered.
So I think in the healthcare environment, we really see the sharp edge of that tension and what's the path to walk in terms of utilising the capacity of technology to release people to connect better together or to support people with their health without losing the power and the meaning of the physical connection to nature and to the environment and to literally life, the biophilic kind of dimension of things. And we've been in and out of that conversation for the whole of this think tank, really. I think it's a very early point of understanding that we're at socially, conceptually, about how those things work together.
So the future hospital will transform the experience for people that are using our hospitals, whether that's patients, staff or relatives, and looking at a new model of care, which going forward we're looking to share with other NHS hospitals and indeed further afield around the world.
A hospital where people can actually look into people's eyes and can deliver a good care and without thinking about how to document and when to document, because that will be all done automatically through the technology.
One of the colleagues talked about artists as advocates of humanity, and there is something about how do we keep that message of the advocacy of humanity inside this very technological system. So how do we use the current wave of technologies that enable us to gather personal data about our health and the functioning of our body? How do we harness that in a way that gives individuals the agency about learning what's to be learned from that data and then engaging with the health system in a kind of partnership around health. So using that technology to kind of liberate people to be more agents of their own health and well-being in partnership with the health system.
The future hospital will heal me. It will heal me because of the people in it will heal me, and it will heal me because the building and the environment and the experience of it will heal me.